Think of it as a health report card for the air around us. It was introduced by the US Environmental Protection Agency in 2006 and it monitors six major pollutants: PM 2.5 fine particles, PM 10 coarse particles, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, and the ground level ozone O3. So each of these has a sub-index and the overall AQI is calculated using a specific formula. But here what really matters is what these numbers actually mean for you. So let me clear it. The AQI from 0 to 50 shows green color, which indicates good. And this is the air we deserve to breathe. In from 51 to 100, it's moderate, yellow color, acceptable for the most people but not ideal. From 101 to 150, it's orange color, unhealthy for sensitive groups. If you are elderly, if you have asthma, if you are a child, you start suffering here. The color comes red, 151 to 200. It's unhealthy. Everyone may experience health issues from it. Next, 201 to 300. It is very unhealthy. The health alert for everyone. The crisis begins here. And last, 301 plus AQI. It is maroon color and it is hazardous. Everyone starts to suffering with health issue. It is emergency condition. Remember these colors because when I pass it to Riddhi, she will show you where Nepal actually stands on this scale. And guess what? It's not green. So Riddhi, could you show everyone what we are reading?
Thank you, Soumya. Now that you know the scale, let me introduce you to the pollutants among us. The first is PM2.5, fine particles. Imagine something 30 times smaller than the width of a human hair. So small it bypasses your lungs, your nose, your natural defenses, and makes its way to your bloodstream. In Nepal, it comes from vehicle exhaust, every motorcycle, every diesel truck, belching black smoke. Then there is PM10, coarse particles. Road dust, construction debris, every pothole, every unpaved road sends this flying into the air we breathe. Then there is nitrogen dioxide from industrial emissions. Those factories we are so proud of, many release this gas that inflames our airways. Then sulfur dioxide. Great kings, the smell you might think is development is actually burning your respiratory system. Then there is carbon monoxide. From traffic jams, from tourist vehicles, it releases harmful pollutants which combine with our blood and we feel dizzy, weak and tired. Ground level ozone, created when pollutants react in sunlight. Even sunny days can be dangerous. Look at the bottom of the slide. Name these urban examples. This isn't theoretical. PM 2.5 from vehicle emissions, PM 10 from coarse particles, nitrogen dioxide from industrial emissions, sulfur dioxide from brick kilns, carbon monoxide from tourist vehicles. The AQI is the sum of these invisible enemies we breathe every single day. And if you think it's not getting better, Siddhi has some numbers that will shock you guys. Siddhi, show them something. Thank you, Riddhi. Everyone, now let me take you to Bergen. Look at these numbers. In 2021, our AQI was 260 to 300, which is hazardous. In 2022, it reached to 220, which is very unhealthy. In 2023, it set between 230 to 240, which is again very unhealthy. In 2024, it reached to 250, which is very unhealthy. In 2025, it reached to 256, which is again very unhealthy. Year by year, we are not improving. We are just stuck in a toxic cycle. But the main question is, where is it coming from? Transport, 40%. Industry, 25%. Open burning, 20%. Now, here comes the part that should make us all angry. Transboundary pollution, 68%. Yes, you heard it right. It's 68%. More than two-thirds of Bergen's poison drift across the border. People of Bergen are dying from the pollution they didn't even create. But Bergen isn't alone. Nepal ranks as the 8th most polluted country in the whole world. Yes, it's 8 out of 195 countries. In 2019, our average PM2.5 was 44.46 micrograms per cubic meter, keeping us in the unhealthy for sensitive groups category nationwide. Now, let's have a look on our major cities. Biratnagar, 221, Air Quality Index. Berganj, our city, 209. Then we have Chitwan, 186. Kathmandu, 117. Nepalganj, 116. And Pokhara, 106. Even Pokhara, our tourist paradise, our clean city has an AQI of 106, which is still fine but rising. These are the data that keeps on changing according to the environmental factors. Talking about its sources, yes, of course, it's transport with 28% of its contribution. Then we have waste management with 3% of its contribution. Livestock and fertilizer, 9%. Crop burning and forest fires, 12%. Soil dust, 2%. Industry and power, 20%. Then, residential cooking and heating, 26%. This isn't just a problem, it's systematic. But Nepal isn't suffering alone. Parishi, can you show them the global picture?
Thank you, Siddhi. If you thought that Nepal's crisis is isolated, think again. 99%. Let that number sink in. 99% of the global population are breathing the air that exceeds WHO safety limits, which means that almost everyone present in this room, everyone you love, are breathing the air which is harmful for them right now. These are some examples of the most polluted cities of 2024. For example, Delhi, then these all are also the cities. Now let's look at the most polluted countries of 2024. Chad at number 1, Bangladesh at 2, Pakistan at 3, and our country Nepal? Well, we are at number 7, and we are at top 10 for all the wrong reasons. Let's look at the cities. Delhi is with 438.5 micrograms per cubic meter, Dhaka with 167, Chengdu with 143.5, and Kathmandu, our country's capital, is with 81. Meanwhile, the nations which are developed, for example, Finland, Iceland, etc., they are breathing the air which is 6 times more pure and cleaner than what we are breathing right now. Their average is 50 less. This is a global crisis, but it's measured in the life of an individual. It's measured in the life of a children who can't breathe, and it's measured in the life of a parent who can't see their children growing up. Sergeant, can you tell them more about what these numbers actually cost in human terms?
Thank you, Paris. Numbers don't plead, numbers don't cry, but people do. About 8.1 million people die globally from air pollution. That's one person every 4 seconds. While I'm speaking this sentence, someone just took their last breath because they have no choice but to breathe. In Nepal, 40,000 people die every year. That's 110 deaths every single day. That's an entire school disappearing every 3 days. Heart disease, stroke, asthma, lung cancer. These are not just words, they are death sentences written in the air. Who suffers most? The children whose lungs are still forming, the elders whose body is already tired. I want everyone here to think about the youngest person you love, a brother, a sister, a cousin, a neighbor's kid. Now imagine them gasping for air because asthma was triggered by walking to school. Imagine them never running as fast as they could have because the pollution stunted their lung development. This is happening right now in our country. But why? How did we reach here? Old vehicles, 42% contribution. High diesel emissions from trucks that should have been retired years ago. Uncontrolled industries, 23% contribution. Brick lanes and small industries with zero emissions. Dust storm, 15% contribution. Construction dust on paved roads. Open waste burning, 20% contribution. We burn our waste because we have no alternatives. Cross-border smoke, seasonal impact from crop burning in India. We know the causes. We know the killers. The question is, what should we do about it? Didi shows the path forward.
Thank you, Sergeant. This is where despair turns to hope. This is where we stop being victims and become warriors for clean air. At the policy level, change is already happening. The Nepal Clean Air Action Plan is in motion. NAQ MAP 2025 is setting targets. The industrial emissions are being tightened. Green urban planning are creating buffer zones and green spaces. Industrial standards are being tightened. Electric mobility are bringing more electric vehicles to our street. The government is moving, but slowly, and we don't have to wait. Look at these actions. These aren't just suggestions, but a powerful weapon for fight for clean air. Sustainable transport. Walk to nearby places, cycle up to where you can, carpool with friends. Every single vehicle we keep off the road is a victory. Stop open burning. Never burn waste. Not plastics, not papers, not leaves. And if you see others burning it, speak up, educate them. Plant trees. One family equals one tree. This isn't just a slogan. A tree absorbs 48 pounds of carbon dioxide every year. It is a living, breathing air purifier. Monitor daily AQI. Use apps like Air Visual or IQ Air. Download it. Share it with the family. Check it just like how you check the weather every morning. We are students, but we are not powerless. Each person sitting inside this hall can influence five others: your family, your neighbors, your relatives, your friends. If we simply change five behaviors and influence five people a day, we don't simply add to a change, we create an exponential impact. And that is exactly how we turn smog into sky.
The air we share is the future we choose.
Air pollution knows no boundary.
Local action makes global impact.
Together, we can turn smog into sky. We can act locally.
Unite nationally, impact globally. We are from Rural Academy. We are five students who refuse to accept that our children should suffer for the convenience of adults. We refuse to accept that our skies should be grey. We refuse to accept that 40,000 Nepalese people die every year. From smoke to sky, it's not just our presentation title, it's our mission. And
It's our promise that we choose to protect every breath from today onwards.
Thank you. We welcome your questions. Any questions?